ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Swami, we are continuing Sutra Vahini. Swami, we are going to discuss Pranas Thathaa Anugamath. Swami, please be with us. Please speak through us. Please listen through us. Our humble salutations at your lotus feet, Swami. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters, I'll share the screen and then please let me know if you are able to see my screen. Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Yes, yes. Just getting into the presentation mode. Sorry, I'm giving little trouble. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining today's session. Sai Ram, we are going to discuss about the Pranas Thathaa Anugamath. Brahman as cosmic breath or life. Before going to start the session, we are all went through the various aphorisms in the Sutra Vahini. This aphorism is the last but one, and we do have one more session about the aphorisms. But I just want to discuss with all of you on few things. See, we went through in the group 3 various concepts, call it as Gita Vahini, and then we went to the Upanishad Vahini, and then we went through the Jnana Vahini, then Leela Kaivalya Vahini, and now we are concluding the Sutra Vahini. In one session, we are going to complete the group 3 of Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita and completing the Sutra Vahini. In all these things, the Sutra Vahini, which is giving the conclusion for the complete study, whatever the Vidya that we went through, the Vidya which we have learned or studied. For that, the Sutra Vahini is giving the knowledge. Right? If you look into it, The first sutram, you call it as thereafter Brahman, Athato Brahma Jignasa. It's an analogy. Thereafter Brahman. So you did a complete analogy. Then the second one, Janmadyasya Yataha, Janmadi Asya Yataha. So in there also creation, you call it as maintenance and delusion or disintegration. So Srishti Sthiti Laya is Brahman only. So again you did a analogy. Then Shastra Yonitvat. Likewise, you went through Tattva Samanvayat. We all went through each sutra is completely an analogy. How between the Brahman and also the concept which you have taken. And that concept has been mentioned as very clearly compared and then told very clearly, saying that is nothing but Brahman only. Likewise, we are doing now Pranas Thathaa Anugamath. The prana is Brahman only. Brahman is cosmic breath. Brahman is the cosmic life, or you call it as. So where the prana will come, we touched the prana concept in various concepts. If you look into starting from the, you call it as, Ramakathras Vahini, till Sutra Vahini, all these 15 Vahinis, you touched the prana in various Vahinis, not only the Upanishads. It is also, Swami has mentioned in various Vahinis. In Ramayana, Swami has told very clearly, Atma, the soul is Rama. The Brahmajnana is Sita. And Swami explained various concepts. So you call it as Manasi is Lakshman, Dhairya is Hanumanta, Viveka is Sugriva. This started from there. It's Ramakatharas Vahini itself. In Bhagavat Vahini, where the prana is getting into the womb, and then it's looking at the Bhagavan in the womb itself, the birth of Bhagavata. So it started from the Vahinis. If we look and do an analogy, even in our Vahini, Sri Satyasai Vahini Sudhamrita, Swami in Vahinis itself has mentioned in various concepts. Touched the prana concept. Now we will do a clear analogy as much as what Swami has told in Upanishads, in the Mahavakyas, and also what Swami has very clearly explained in Sutra Vahini, particularly for this aphorism, Pranas Thathaa Anugamath. Let us go and do a kind of comparison, discussion, and let it be a more interactive session, as we are almost closing completing the Vidya of Sri Satyasai Vahinis. So we will go ahead more interactive and do a discussion on prana. So before going to that, I just want to share this the Bhaja Govindam, where Swami has mentioned in various discourses. Swami has mentioned in this particular Bhaja Govindam Swami's voice, Pranayamam, Pratyaharam, Nitya Anitya Viveka Vicharam, Japya Sameta Samadhi Vidhanam, and Japyasa Meta Samadhi Vidhanam, Kuru Avadhanam, Mahada Avadhanam. So Swami very clearly saying here in this rendition, Swami is very clearly explained this. See, it starts with pranayamam. Let's start, it's more like you are focusing on the breath. While you are doing the meditation, It's very clearly after the yama, niyama, asana, the start, the, the study of the self will start with prana, focusing on the breath and completely no concentration on the breath. Focusing and concentrating on birth and the breath, and then you are getting into the next level, that is pratyahara, then that is the concentration path. Why I am focusing on my breath? The reason is the various things which in why I am focused in every dhyana, whatever the dhyana practices people are following in various in various say, ashrama dharmas, wherever different organizations following and teaching dhyana in across the world, they say first thing is focus, though it is a focus on between the two eyebrows, but the people will also say focus on your breath. Concentrate on our breath. So why this breath is become very important. Remember, the vayu, which it is there in our body, the focus on vayu is nothing but focus on my vital force. That is nothing but my prana. Through that, I am entering into the self. Through that, I am focusing on self, and concentration is getting started from pratyahara. Then only you are inviting Swami, getting into the Swami, focusing on one-pointedness and then going through the dharana. So the complete focus on going into the cosmic, the vital force which is in us. Saira. So that's the reason Swami is very clear in this practicing of reaching total inner silence. Perform these with care and with great care. So we are getting into the inner silence only by starting with the control of, I can say, the focus and concentration on the breath, and then getting into the inner silence. Swami is very clear things. Perform these with care and with great care. Swami will start the Sutra Vahini, in particularly Pranas, Thathaa, Anugamath, is very clearly mentioning, saying that the vital air or vital force, the prana, refers to Brahman only. We go into the topic one by one, but very clearly Swami is saying that vital force refers to Brahman only. It will not refer any other names called Indra, Rudra, Vayu. It is prana is as equal, is Brahman only. The reason, with the prana, the life force is in this particular body. It is encased in this body, in the human body, or in any living element. The prana refers, because of that only, the Chaitanya, that spirit is continuing. So the prana refers Brahman only. Swami is taking us into a different concept. See, in this whole aphorism, Swami has not mentioned about the Upanishad, but this concept will come in the Kaushitika Upanishad, basically. There is one king, the Kashis, who was ruling Kashi. So, king of Kashi, Pratardhana. He helped Indra in various ways. So Indra is very much happy, and then he went to when he met the Pratardhana, Then he said very clearly, saying that, hey, you made so much of help for me. I'm very happy with this. The way how you are going through and helped the Devas, very happy. So whatever the boon that you are looking for, if or I want to give a boon to you, please let me know what is that you want to choose. Then he said very clearly, the Pratarthana is happy. And then just look at the boon what he asked. So it is very clearly he mentioned, saying that prayed and how he could be endowed with that which is most beneficial to him. He asked, the boon is very clearly, pray to be instructed about how he could be endowed with that which is most beneficial to him. In fact, it is also another extension saying that it's not only beneficial to him, to the entire mankind, with whom he very clearly mentions that he could be endowed with that which is most beneficial to him and also to the mankind. Then Indra will tell very clearly, meditate on prana. Just read the just the dots between. He asked a boon which make him more happy, and it is beneficial, very much beneficial to, and also to the mankind. If he asks that, then Indra is saying that meditate on prana. So with that, what I am going to, so that he has given such a beautiful boon to Pratardhana to focus on prana and concentrate and get understanding about prana, and nothing but you get a complete self satisfaction, self sacrification, self realization you will get through prana. So he's giving that particular boon to him. So when he says that, what is that meaning? So Swami is very clearly is mentioning here the vital air or vital force is identified with consciousness. Sa esha prana pragnatma. It is bliss, ageless, deathless. We will get more into in the next slides, but we let's see what Swami has very clearly mentioned in the Sutra. It is identified with consciousness. It is bliss, ageless, and deathless. Vital air is the very embodiment of bliss. It is immortal. So Swami is very clearly saying that here in this it is identified with consciousness, and it is the bliss, ageless and deathless. Which one is blissful, which will give Mahadananda, which is ageless and timeless, basically, which is deathless. That is nothing but Atma only, right? And Atma is Brahman. So it's very clearly saying that bliss, ageless, deathless. Right? When you say that, that is nothing but Atma only. It's a soul. The soul is part of the Supreme Soul. So is Brahman only. So it is always Nayanam Chindante Shastrani. Swami is telling, was telling in Gita. Swami told many times about the soul, which is ageless, deathless. So when you focus on your prana, if in your understanding your prana, the prana is nothing but your Atma, that is nothing but Brahman. Understanding the self. And whenever, whoever understand this, experience the self, is immortal. Swami so very clearly is mentioning instead of Atma, now Swami brought the name Brahman. These characteristics belongs to Brahman alone. Now again do an analogy. The Atma and Brahman both are same. Because from there only from Paramatma only the entire the universe has been evolved. How it is evolved and what it is evolved, we discussed in various uh, Vahinis and also in the concepts. So in all these things, the vital air is only a symbol to bring Brahman to mind uh, and not any other entity. Meaning, when it was evolved into the universe completely, all these is entire universe is what it is there occupied by. It is the prana, and that prana is nothing but Atman, and it is always blissful. Yes, there is no birth and death, and it is always an immortal. So that's where Swami starts with the Pranas Thathaa Anugamath with this story. And in this story, Indra will tell that you focus, know me, basically. So Swami will explain more and more. It is not know me means it is not Indra. Swami explain more about it is knowing the prana. So now in this slide, we are very clear about the prana is the Brahman. The prana is the Atma. Prana is the Brahman. This is what the essence when the discussion between the Pratardhana and Indra. And see the beauty of the ask also. He asked what is the most beneficial. He never asked any worldly related things. Never asked about even not asked about the liberation also. He asked about what is most beneficial to me. You please give me that. The beneficial is you do the sadhana and understand the prana. So he gave that kind of boon to Prasarthana so that he will more work towards he do more sadhana and understand the prana. Anything, any liberation or kaivalya is not just like that we have to get. It is more like you do the practice, you do the sadhana and understand the prana. This prana refers to Brahman only. So that it is beneficial to the mankind also. The reason is when I get realization, I will see everyone as Brahman only. Then the people also look at me or look at my Vidya, whatever that I have learned, and then the way how I'm living, people also will have a kind of a change, will start that particular practice. And it is beneficial to the others also. So the beautiful ask and the same way beautiful answer and boon has been given to them to focus on prana and explains what is prana. Prana is Atma and Brahman. And continues, the discussion will continue. I don't want to get into the Kaushitika Upanishad because let's focus only to the subject. Swami also saying that, see, Pratardhana question was about the most beneficial, the most essential entity that one must know and possess, as we discussed now. The one must know it is the essential entity and he must possess, he must do the practice. The practice supposed to be Brahman alone is the source, substance and sustenance. So vital air, the word used by Indra can mean only Brahman and nothing else. There was a lot of discussion went on this particular topic in various Upanishads, various forums. When there was a bhashyam on this particular uh, Pranas, Thathaa, Anugamath, even in that bhashyam also there was a discussion went on. So the Paramatma want to give very much clarity about this, and Paramatma is giving the clarity in this particular by picking this particular discussion and giving the clarity, saying that it is though the word used by Indra, but it is very clear. So, though the Indra instructed, know me alone, understand me well, be aware of me in full. If though he told about all these statements, he gave these particular, no, he when he told about this, these three words, saying that know me alone, understand me well, be aware of me in full. Though he mentioned about these three, it's very clear saying that it is not me means it is not Indra. It is more, it is mean only the Brahman, nothing else. As we know, when we start a Vahini Sudhamrita, we start with one Padyam, Yugadharma Padhatul. In the statement, always we refer this statement, Kala Sandigdha Suttulayunda Bhashyartha Gopyamul Palku Koraku. Swami is very much giving the clarity, saying that I might be touching this concept only in the two slides, but if you look into the Vahini, this particular topic, Swami has written a little more to understand that it is not Indra, it is more Brahman only. It is the Brahman only, nothing else. Even if we want to take some reference, Swami told very clearly in the basically in the Prashnottara Vahini, and also mentioned many in various discourses about the Brahmanandavalli, where you will refer about the Ananda, 100 times of Manushya, one, Manushya Ananda, equivalent to one Manushya Gandharva. Then 100 times of Manushya Gandharva will become one Deva Gandharva. Then again 100 times of Deva Gandharva will become the Yaksha Gandharva, Yaksha Ananda. Then 100 times of Yaksha Ananda is becoming to the one Deva Ananda. 100 times of Deva Ananda becoming the one Indra Ananda. Then it is going to be the Brihaspati Ananda. Then it is going to be 100 times of Brihaspati Ananda is becoming a Prajapati Ananda. And 100 times of Prajapati Ananda is becoming the one Brahmananda. Here Ananda means the oneness with this, with the self. So when I in a human forms, when I'm taking this particular Ananda and 100 times, then it is from Manushya, one Manushya Ananda is becoming the Rishi Ananda. In a short span, if I take 1,000 times of Rishi Ananda is becoming one Deva Ananda, and 1,000 types of Deva Ananda is becoming one Indra Ananda, and 1,000 times of Indra Ananda is taking Prajapati Ananda, and then Brahma Ananda. Meaning every time the way how I am integrating with Brahman, I'm integrated with my Swami, and then having that complete Ananda, that the blissful state, continuously if I'm going through that, then I will be realizing the Brahma Ananda. I'll be experiencing the Brahma Ananda. How many times? 1,000 times, and whatever it is, it if keep going on, meaning I am experience myself only, but this self is continuous integrated awareness. I am in that. I'm in that continuous bliss, basically in the continuous bliss. And I am getting that complete ananda, where when I am receiving that Brahmananda, then I am realizing the oneness, then I am realizing my prana, realizing my Brahma Tattva, or you call it as realizing me as Brahman. So Swami is giving that. Basically, this is, we can take that one as an example, that Swami is very clearly saying that it is not Indra, it is nothing but it's Brahman only, nothing else. So if you are focusing on prana, completely understanding the prana and concentrating on the prana, then that is nothing but prana is Brahman only. Let's go and then discuss about the subtle meaning of vital air is Brahman only. Swami is very clearly saying that in vocabulary of spiritual inquiry, the vast, Swami used the word bhuma, the vast means limitless, is descriptive of Brahman, which also means the limitless beyond even the cosmos. We'll get into little more into this concept in the next slides also, how it is limitless beyond even the cosmos, beyond even the cosmos. So here Swami is very clearly saying that the vast universe, whatever you are seeing, the limitless universe, whichever you are seeing, is a descriptive of Brahman only. Whatever the universe that you are seeing, that is the, basically it reflects the Paramatma only. Swami is again saying that commentators have investigated the superficial and deeper meanings of these expressions and attempted to reconcile them, and denoting as one principle, that is vital air and Brahman, they lay down are the two faces of one coin. They are extremely interpenetrative. In Telugu, it is called as Avinabhava Sambandham. So the reason I'm coming out this particular point, Swami is very clearly, as Paramatma himself is very clearly, in a descriptive way, is explaining your prana is Brahman. The prana, the one who experiences the prana, is experiencing the Atma, experiencing the Paramatma. And the whole universe, whatever has been created, is Brahman. So the various discussions which was, so it very clearly are the two faces of one coin, though it is, you are saying that vitally. So both are same, they are extremely they both are having the complete avinabhava sambandham. It is like interpenetrative, inextricably interpenetrative. So Swami is saying that the Brahman and nothing else must be meditated upon. So the one which is prana, which is you are going, we are saying, that is nothing but you are meditating on Brahman only. The pranayama, whatever you are started, the focusing on breath, that breath is you are focusing on yourself. And then you are inviting the Brahman and making that one pointedness, and then you are traveling to on that, doing the dhyana, the traveling with the prajna, and you are getting the one completely becoming, the duality is gone, the non-duality has come, and then you are becoming the one with the Paramatma. So the pranayama is giving, like how the giving the stepping stone, the prana understanding the prana and experiencing the prana is nothing but experiencing the self. So Swami is very clearly saying that subtle meaning of vital air is Brahman only. Let's go much deeper. On 31st May 1991, Swami has given a clear picture on various the forms of the Virat Purusha. Virat Purusha, Hiranyagupta, Hiranyagarbha, Avyakta Rupa. So Avyakta. And Swami also explained about the Vaishwanara, all these things. But we'll concentrate on the prana part. So in this one, Swami explains Hiranyagarbha has two names, Prana and Sutratmaka. It has two synonyms. Swami is very clearly saying that. Hiranyagarbha has two other names also. One is Prana and Sutratmaka. Think about it, all are interrelated very clearly. How? Now we will go to the Prashna Uttara Vahini. Swami very clearly saying that it is me taken Sankalpa to create the universe where I can experience my love. Let's take that as an example. We discussed that in the Vidya Vahini and even the Prashnottara Vahini. See, very clearly, Swami think that the Paramatma has taken the Sankalpa and it is multiplied. That Sankalpa is multiplied. That after taking the Sankalpa, his will, that Sankalpa took the form of Hiranyagarbha. This Hiranyagarbha has multiplied in various universes, I can call it as. This universe has been created with so many things. But in all these things, so only one prana, that Hiranyagarbha only is residing in all the elements. Whatever has been created from his Sankalpa, all that creation is having the Hiranyagarbha. And it is there in every world. In every world. If I take the whole universe is existing, in the whole universe, it is existing. It is existing in me, it is existing in the air, it is existing in the every element. The Hiranyagarbha is his form only. So Swami is very clearly saying that Hiranyagarbha has two other names, Prana and Sutratmaka. Just picking up one particular point, Sutratmaka Swami is saying that is a string run through a necklace of gems. Like how we are having in this picture, the string which is, so the string which is in the necklace, basically, this like how the string is connected, the whole universe is connected with that particular string. That string is nothing but Hiranyagarbha. So Swami is very clearly saying that again. So this means that he is present in all beings like a string that keeps together the gems in a necklace. See, again, we will take one particular example from our side. Think that the mind, the one is taking a birth. So the one who's after it is becoming from a small atom to a embryo, and it became a flesh ball, and from flesh ball to it is converting into the human form where the Atma or the Prana has entered. When it got formed in the womb itself, by that time one world has been created for him. There is a mother, there is a brother, there is a father, grandfather, grandmother. A world has been created and waiting for him. Meaning, the avyakta has come and took a vyakta, that is a visible form, as in a human form. The moment he came into the world, one world has been created for him. Mahindra has got one world, and he will grow up. He will go to a school, another world will create. He will go to the high school, world will be created. He will go to the college, another world will be created. Meanwhile, he has another, his sister will get married, a new world will be created. He go to a job, one world will be created. Likewise, when he is shifting the jobs, and then he will be creating one world. So when he got married, another world has been created for him. Existing worlds, all are created. In all these things, in all these worlds, the people, those who are connected with him, are all known to him. They all remember him as Mahindra. The moment he is as a Sutratmaka in all this world, he is there, he is also not there. Whenever you remember, he will be there. Whenever the people don't remember him, or you don't have a discussion about him, he is not there. But he is there, but he is existing as a Sutratmaka in his created world. The moment this Mahindra leaves the body, then this world is existing, but this man is not there. So, though I have completely I just want to do my analogy basically. So, if I'm the prana, I'm my prana when I'm as much as long as I'm in this body, I have created my own worlds. I lived in that, and that's just I left. But as long as I'm living, I have connected with all these things. Me as a soul, I'm doing this after taking the human birth. The Paramatma is in everyone, everywhere it is there. So when I experience my prana, then I experience everyone have the same kind of prana. And I experience the Hiranyagarbha. You remember in Chandogya Upanishad, while we are discussing about the uh, King Janashruti and Raikwa, one concept. Of course, it is not taken here as an example in this particular one, but I just want to, recall that particular one. A discussion between the King Janashruti and Raikwa. Janashruti will come to Raikwa and then asks, how you got the Brahmagnana? Can you teach me Brahmagnana? Then he will tell about the vital air, the vital force, the prana. He will tell from where to the tejas which is coming from the Agni, where it is going. Then Janashruti will give the answer. It is going into the air. And Raikwa again will ask, the sun is rising and sun setting is happening. Between that, there is a lot of light is on the earth. Where that light is going, the tejas in the light, he will tell it is going into the air. And the tejas from the water, whenever it is get boiled, and the vapor, the tejas from the water is getting into the air. This concept is repeating, but I just want to ensure that we are very much clear, get the clarity about this concept. So the tejas in the water is going in the form of vapor, and it is becoming a cloud. It is going into the air, and then it is forming as a cloud. When air touches the cloud, then the rain, it is in the form of rain, it is falling onto the earth, and earth is flourishing. In all these cases, the vital force is in the form of Vayu. And that Vayu is in my body, everyone's, all the living elements' bodies, everywhere that particular vital force is there. It's nothing but the prana. That prana, that Hiranyagarbha, is everywhere. That is Paramatma. So if you, Pranas Thathaa Anugamath, if I understand, experience, then the prana is the Brahman. So it's very clear. So like how I have interconnected, the prana is in the human body, the prana is in the water, prana is in the light, prana is in the, all are basically this whole system in the form of Vayu when it is there. So all that is nothing but Hiranyagarbha. It is in the Sutratmaka, in everywhere. It is connected with everyone. All the elements are there. So Swami is very clearly means the principle of Hiranyagarbha indicates how the divine unites all human beings equally like the string of necklace. So the prana, the Hiranyagarbha, the Atma is nothing but Brahman only. Now Swami is again explaining in Sutravahini very clearly. There is a sage, Vamadeva. That Vamadeva is worked on this and very clearly, and he started his sadhana and he realized, he went through the Mahavakyas and he did his sadhana and he realized, and all the teachings of the scriptures, the Mahavakya, I am Brahman, Tattvamasi, that is Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, all these Mahavakyas are representing the prana. And that prana, that representing the Brahman only. So he realized, and he also went through this concept, which is there in the Kaushitika Upanishad, which is explained about the discussion between the Pratardhana and the Indra. And he also, after the realization, it is very clearly saying that I am Aham Manurbhavam and I am all. I am Sarvatma. Swami is very clearly saying that after the discussion point Swami explained in this aphorism, and Swami is also explaining, sage Vamadeva has went through all complete sadhana and experienced all the Mahavakyas, particularly the four Mahavakyas, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayamatma Brahma, is completely experienced, realized. And so, and very clearly he is saying that I am Manurbhavam. I mean, I am the Manusha. Completely I'm experiencing that. And then I am the Sarvatma. I am in all. In the same manner, Swami is clearly saying that since the deity Indra possessed total wisdom, he could declare Brahman as equivalent to the vital force in all. So we discussed, right? So if you look into it, the discussion, how we, the Hiranyagarbha part and the air, how the vital air holding the complete tejas of every element, and how this vital force is in everyone, which is nothing, which is equivalent to the Brahman. That Brahman in all. So, Swami clearly saying that there is no inconsistency in this. So this is the short form which we are coming up. And in Prana, we discussed in various Upanishads. See, the Mahavakyas is coming from various Upanishads, right? which is Ahama Brahmasmi Brihadaranyaka, Tattvamasi from Chandogya Upanishad, Aimatma Brahma is from Aitreya Upanishad. So you have various Upanishads which is coming up. The Mahavakyas is from various Upanishads, right? So in all these Upanishads, we are very clearly saying that it is the Brahman. The self is the Brahman. And that how it is self is Brahman, we discussed. And how it is connected to prana, we will also discuss in the next slide. Just remember Chandogya Upanishad. We discussed about the discussion between the Janashruti and Raikva. Think about the story of the Satyakama and Jabala. We'll come to that. But before that, I want to discuss about this beautiful quotes Swami has explained in the May 1974 summer course. This is very unique. Swami, very unique in way, Swami explained about the Tattvamasi. Swami is very clearly saying that you are in the position of Tvam. Tvam, I am. You are in the position of Tvam. And God in the position of Tat. So here, what is that Tat and what is that Tvam? This Tvam is still seeking for truth. So I will be having so many questions. I will be having so many doubts. I need clarifications. So still Tvam is there. I mean Tvam. Tvam means still that I awareness is there. I am in I. I'm still seeking for the help, or you can say the clearance of no. Basically, I'm still in that practice. Then whatever that I want to know, who will give that jnana? That is Swami. That is Tat. Swami, see, with very simple way, Swami explained about the Tattvamasi in this particular discourse. We discussed in various various examples we take, and then did so much of you can call it as churning we have done. But Swami in this particular discourse very clearly saying that Tvam is you, Tat is me. Why you are Tvam? We are still have doubts. You want to learn. You need some clarification. You are in I awareness. I'm in Tat. I'm in the truth. So I am giving the knowledge to you. Here Paramatma is Tat. The learning seeker is Tvam. So when he is, the relationship is that knowledge must flow from Tat to Tvams. Hence, it is called as Tattvam Asi. When this Tvam understand completely and experience this prajna and then leave, then it will become the Tat. It will become one. So let's understand this particular part. So which we are doing our inner journey. While I'm doing my inner journey, I'm still going through I'm still connected to the world. I'm still connected to the senses. I'm still connected to the body awareness. I'm still connected to the eye awareness. So I want to go through all this path. While going through this path, I'm getting so many questions, doubts, clarifications I need. All this has been cleared out. It is all keep saying that neti, 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 which is what Mundaka Upanishad will talk about, right? So when you are doing this neti, 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 and then you are coming into the truth. So Swami is clearly saying that when you connected to the truth, that is I am Brahman and I experience Brahman and I become the Brahman. I mean, you are getting into the from dhyana to samadhi and continuously going to in that bliss, then I will see Brahman in everyone. Then I become the Tattvamasi. So Swami, very simple way Swami explained in this Tattvamasi in this particular discourse. So I just brought that particular content here. So let's, uh, so we have this content here, sorry. So, uh, so it's a discussion point of view that Tattvamasi is becoming from non-duality to one, becoming, becoming one. But Swami has given this kind of illustration very clearly how we become one. No, Brahman is when we are giving clearing of all the doubts, getting all the answers, ensuring that that prajna has been explained, experienced, practiced, and experienced, and then becoming the Brahman. Then it is becoming the sorry. So then I'm becoming the Brahman. It is becoming the Tattvamasi. Now, again, I'm bringing the concept. See, think about just we will recall the Chandogya Upanishad. The Satyakama asks mother that mother, I want to go and get understanding about the truth. Right? So when he is asking about when he asked mother, and then he will go to the ashrama, to the Gautama ashrama, and then Gautama ashrama say that he will give the 400 cows, and he will ask Satyakama to go to the nearest forest, and then he will ask until it become 1,000 cows, you do sadhana and then come back. By the time it becomes 1,000 cows, the first one will come. A bull will come and introduce herself to Satyakama, saying that I am Vayu. I am in all. I am equivalent to Brahman. I am in all. Whoever is experienced my vital force, he will become Brahman. This is the first statement will come. And the prana takes him, along with Satyakama, he takes him and he will introduce Agni, and he will introduce Akasha Tattva, introduce all the other elements, and ensure that he will experience it. See, what is that inner significance? If we look into the inner significance, right? Me as a Satyakama, experiencing this, all five elements, and experiencing the vital force, my prana. I'm becoming basically, I'm getting that oneness into me. Becoming from, I'm getting into the non-duality. If you look into a story, a bull has come, represents as Vayu, and discussed with Satyakama. But if you go into the inner significance, yes, I experienced from prana. To prana, I understood the jnana agni. I experienced the jala, the peace, the inner peace. I experienced the akasha tattva, I awareness. And then from there, I am experiencing the complete Brahman. For that, there are some characters has been created and it has been discussed, and in a very short span of a beautiful story, it has been explained. So there also the prana will come. Vayu will come and then discuss with Satyakama. So it's clear path saying that you understand, starting with the breath and understand your prana and experience on that, then you are getting into your self understanding and self realization. And you remember, so see, that's a beauty, right? So Prana part, if you take into it, Swami explained in that beautiful in a various, by taking various example, Pratardhana, discussing with Indra, Hiranyagarbha, and picking up Vamadeva, explaining the four Mahavakyas. In that Mahavakyas, the Mahavakya has interrelationship with the Upanishads also. So he bringing up the Upanishads Mahavakya and then basically remembering us, saying that what are all the concepts which related to the prana and the Brahman. Who discussed? What is those characters? And is that characters or the self? That kind of analogy, that kind of inner discussions, we need to go through it and understand it, completely imbibed in it, and then basically practice it there. In that way, we can understand the Brahman, practice that, experience it, and then go through in that particular path. Such a beautifully Swami is bringing up the understanding about Brahman. And think about in the Brihadaranyaka. Why I'm bringing up all these references with Upanishad? Because Swami has explained these four Mahavakyas. Aham Brahmasmi. Remember that beautiful discussion between the Yagnavalka and the Gargi Vachaknavi. There are various, you are very familiar with this story, right? In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where in the Janaka court, where we were discussing the discussion between the Gargi Vachaknavi and the Yagnavalka. How 3,306 deities becoming one and also nothing. So that's, if you look into that whole sequence, which we are very clear about the sequence also. If you went through the very clearly about the Upanishad Vahini, in the Jnana Vahini, there is one concept called self-realization. There also we have repeated this particular concept, and the third time it is coming up again. So the reason is the coming out of that illusion. And enlightening will happen when you experience the Adhyartham Prana. Then only you will become the Brahman. This 3,316 deities. Now you just do a comparison what Brahmanandavalli has told. What has been explained in Brahmanandavalli and what is explained here is it's like how you are going through various in your Sutratmaka, as a Sutratmaka, how you are experiencing the Hiranyagarbha, how you are experiencing the Brahman. You are saying that the 3,360 deities are there. And when she asked to, can't we reduce the number? Then he said 33 deities are there. 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas. Then again he went through the 6 deities. Again he went into the 3 lokas. So it's basically Swami is very clearly saying that even in the 3 lokas, Bhur Bhuvasvaha, matter, life force, and spiritual energy. So you are still connected with the material energy, and then prana, and then the spiritual energy, prajna. Then this continues. The prana and the prajna will combine, and then it will become anna and prana. Then when you get into, then when you come out of that, the material energy, then you are only the light force, which has a complete prana shakti. Well, you are doing that. And that 2 deities also. And then there is only one divine, 1.5 divine, that is Adhyartham. As we discussed, Vayu is in all. Like in all and in me, that's the reason it is 1.5. It is called as Adhyartham. And again, when Gargi Vachaknavi asked, is it 1.5? Then he said, no, it is Prajna only one. It's Prana only, that is only one divine. once your spiritual energy merged into the life force, then the prana is only the one will be there, and that prana that will become into the either completely the nothingness, the sunyam, and that is Brahman. So I am Brahman. You experience that. To experience that, you do the complete sadhana. You will get so many things. You will be in Tvam. You will be connecting with Tat. Always connect with Him. Ensure that this Tvam will become Tat, and then it will become Tattvamasi. That while doing that, the prana, see, this importance has been given in prana. Remember the word which is discussing in the Sandogya Upanishad, where the discussion between the Narada and Sanat Kumara, even in that also, from starting from Nama to Smarana, the Smarana will become Prana, and then Prana will become the Brahman. So, end is what Swami is very clearly saying, that understand that Prana, experience that, and practice that prana is nothing but Brahman. So this analogy between prana and Brahman is same. So pranasthita Anugamath. So in this fashion, Swami has, if we connect each and every dot, we are very clearly getting an understanding about the prana and Brahman is the same. And this analogy, basically, from the Prashna Upanishad, the Prashna Upanishad, where the second and third questions, when it comes, and the discussion between the students and the Pipalada. But I don't want to get into that particular concept. But let us see what Swami has told here in the Prashna Upanishad about prana. Swami is very clearly saying that, see, we are in the Sankranti day, and Swami giving clarity on what is Sankramana. The sun presents the life force. Sun represents the life force, prana. The path of the sun is the basis for time. When the sun do the north journey, Uttarayana is characterized by brightness, peace, contentment, fearlessness, and purity. So very clearly, Swami is saying that the sun god, the Lord Sun, which represents the prana. How it is prana? Think that there is no sun, there is no sunrise tomorrow, meaning earth is not rotating. What will happen? Collapse. If something, all this entire, on the earth, all this, the living elements are living with prana, means the sun is coming up. So Swami is very clearly saying that sun represents the life force. Because of sun only, the whole this flourishing is happening. The Vayu is getting the complete energy is because of that sun only. The water is getting the vapor. The Agni is coming up, that Tejas is coming into the Vayu. The light is also coming into the Vayu. The clouds are also forming because of the sun only. The vapor is coming up, and then it is becoming the cloud. And that is also because maybe the Vayu is touching, but the rain is happening. The earth is flourishing. All because the sun. The sun is the life force, Swami is very clear. When it is doing the north direction, the Uttarayana, characterized by brightness, peace, contentment, fearlessness, and beauty. Purity. So Swami is very clearly saying that the one, the sadhaka, the aspirant, or the devotee who was doing with so much of devotion and no, with total faith, whoever do the north journey acquires attachment to Brahman and reaches solar plane. One who merges into the life force does not have birth and death. Very clearly, Swami is saying that whomever is doing the sadhaka is doing the north journey, meaning with brightness, peace, contentment, fearlessness, and with purity. If he connect with the Swami, and he will have an attachment to Brahman, and definitely he will reach the solar plane. And the who merges in that particular life force does not have birth and death. He will be the Chiranjeevi. With this word, can we remember one devotee name? I'll come to this after this statement and then we will discuss. So if you have a delusion, మీకు భ్రమ ఉన్నంత వరకు బ్రహ్మ లభించడు అని స్వామి చెప్తాడు. So if you have a delusion, భ్రమ, you cannot attain Brahma. Meaning there should not be any kind of delusion. Total achanchala vishwasam, complete faith supposed to be there with Swami. The one who has a complete faith, the one who do the complete the north journey, means with purity and attached to Brahman, will reach the solar plane with a meaning, with reach the life force, and he will not have birth and death. Meaning he becomes the Chiranjeevi, he becomes the non-dual, he becomes the Brahman itself, Brahman himself. That is what Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. Can we name one person, one devotee who became the god? Hanuman. So how we represent Hanuman? He is the son of Vayu. Meaning he experienced that life force. I mean, experience that vital force completely. The Vayu Putra, he experienced as a sadhaka, he has experienced, he has a complete faith on Lord Sri Rama. He took that particular path. And he has so much attachment as a Brahman, as Sri Rama as Brahman. And with complete faith, with complete purity, he did that particular sadhana. That is the reason he reaches the solar plane. We call it as like he went and then he ate the sun as we call it as like, no, he thought he is a fruit and then he picked up the sun as a fruit and then he ate the sun. But if we look into the inner significance, it's my perception basically. The analogy point of view. He is the man, he is the sadhaka who had a complete faith on Rama. And then with so much of purity, he understood and he experienced the prana, the light, the vital force, the Vayu. So he became the son of Vayu. And then he also, with so much of Brahman, then without any delusions, since he has a complete, faith on Rama and as a Lord, and then he reached the solar plane, nothing but he experienced that prana, that Surya Tattva, and then he become the Chiranjeevi. There is no birth and death, and he become the Brahman. That is the reason we have so many Hanuman temples. Though he is a devotee, he became the Bhagavanta. Bhakta became the Bhagavanta. So, Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. He became he recognized, and who recognized the Brahman, he recognized and did the sadhana, he became the Brahman. He experienced in the sadhana as Rama as Brahman, and then he experienced that Brahma Tattva, and then he became the Brahman. So beautifully we can take the example of, I felt the Hanuman. So in this part, what is that Sankramana? See, there is the Sankramana between the Sadhaka and the Brahman. Sadhaka understanding the life force, experiencing it, practicing it, becoming the Brahman. Then we are getting the Sankranti. It's the one who do the north journey, nothing but attachment to Brahman with purity, and can do that particular he get that particular Sankranti in his sadhana, and he becomes the Brahman, and he will become the Brahma with Brahma eva bhavati. We can take Lord Hanuman as one of the best example, the Bhagavatottama. Sairam. Just looking into the time, so because keep going on. Yeah, we still have the time. So the next one between the sun and the heart of the man. Sairam. We are almost there. The link between the sun and heart of the man. So Swami explains in the 22nd November 1984 discourse about how this vital force, this particular vital air, or you call it as vital force, the prana, is completely connected with the lokas, or you can call it within the solar plane. So Swami is saying that Savidyaya vimukhyate. Learning is that which liberates. Learn, the one which liberates. Swami takes an example from the Sikshavalli. Swami says that there are 4 samhitas in Sikshavalli: Loka Samhita, Aloka Samhita, Vijnana Samhita, and Pragnana Samhita. When it is the Samhita is describes the interconnectivity, right? So the Samhita, Loka Samhita, describes Earth, the 3 lokas, and the stellar galaxies. Why we are discussing this topic? Because again, here Swami will tell, it is Vayu that binds the Earth and stellar galaxies, giving rise to the creation of Akasha. And Swami is also saying that there are 7 cosmic winds that circulate between the Earth and the 3 worlds. It will teach that a harmonious bond between the 3 worlds and the Earth. What is these 3 worlds here? Very clear. Bhu, Bhuva, Suvaha. Material energy and spiritual energy and the life force. Right? So these 3 things, it has been 3 worlds, and the Earth has been very much bonded with the help of these 4 samhitas. Sorry, with the help of Vayu. Vayu only is binding these 3 things and Earth. If we go and take this as another new concept, actually it is not a new concept, right? If you look into the previous concept, which we discussed about the 3-1, which is 3 becoming the 2, 2 becoming the 1.5, 1.5 becoming the 1, 1 becoming the new nothingness. So this process, if we look into it, it is as same as this. So it's very clearly saying that the Vayu is binding these 3 worlds and the Earth. Meaning, you yourself, Bhu, Bhuva, Suvaha. We discussed in the Prashnottara Vahini about the Saptalokas. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, right? And then Satyaloka. So we discussed about how a man will elevate himself. At the same time, it's the same things what we are getting into the material world, and that also coming out of that material energy and spiritual energy, and then getting into the life force. So understand that this is the Vayu which is binding is everything. And it is there, it is the one which is, giving a complete, if the person who understand, experience this prana, can understand the complete universe, experience that universe in his sadhana, and understand that he is the Brahman. So that's the thing which Swami will explain in 22nd November 1984 discourse. I'm bringing this particular topic because if you want to do any little more, inner studies, basically, if you want to do more study on this, that is the reason brought this particular topic. And we also, that seven winds are also, that seven winds I picked up from the Vedic scriptures. Basically, what are those? And Swami is not mentioned about these seven winds, but it has picked up from the Vedic scripture and then mentioned here because people will get a, typically, we will get a question, basically, what are those seven winds? Pravaha, Avaha, Udavaha, no? Udvaha, Samvaha, Vivaha, Parivaha, and Paravaha. Paravaha. So all these one the the air which is connecting the three worlds and also the earth. Physically, if we look into that, that is the one. But if you do an inner journey, basically within you is the universe is there, and if you start experiencing that, then these are all the stages where you are going completely bonding together to understand the prana, so that you are experiencing the prana, and then prana is also experiencing as Brahman and practicing that particular process. So it's Swami very clearly explained, and this is also part of the Sikshavalli. And Swami explained very clearly in this particular discourse. For your study, you can also refer this particular discourse. And in Chandogya Upanishad, we will have Sarvam Brahman, all is Brahman, Sarvam Brahman. We discussed about the Uddalaka and Shvetaketu, where the discussion will happens how to experience Brahman. So Swami is very clearly saying that this is again, Swami is ending the Pranasthatha Anugamath with this particular clarity, ending the Pranasthatha Anugamath in Sutra Vahini with this clarity. Swami very clearly saying that supreme truth, total wisdom, vast eternity is Brahman, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. The reason now we all discussed with various examples we picked up, and then we have explained, we discussed the eternity, basically, eternity of the Atma, and also we call it as Brahman. So this Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. In accordance to these expressions of the intuitional experience, each thing can symbolize and denote Brahman. All things have emanated from Brahman. All things are projections of Brahman. How these all things emanated from Brahman, how these all things are projections of Brahman, we discussed. In each and every slide, we discussed about this. Everything is Brahman. In everything, this prana is there. And then we need to experience that. So Swami is very clearly saying that. And Swami is also taking an examples. Gold can be in different forms. It might have having so many names, but remember, it is in the objective world, basically multiplicity of names and forms in the objective world, the variety of sights and sounds, but all are one only. It is the same gold only, is completely in different forms of necklaces, rings, and in many forms. But it is the same gold, and the same gold is from the earth only. And the earth is one of the element only, the five elements only. And that five elements has been formed by the prana, and I mean the Brahman only. The Brahman only is there in everything. So that's the truth. When truth is behind the diverse is identified, one is aware of Brahman as the prime cause, the basis, and the lakshya and the goal. So my lakshyam or my lakshya is Brahman. Identifying myself as Brahman, recognizing, practicing it, and realizing it and experiencing that Brahman in everyone is supposed to be my goal. So we all is Brahman. That is must be our study. Our goal of this whole study is that is only. So Swami is again giving us a clear direction at the conclusion of the Pranas Thathaa Anugamath and also in one of the discourse on 14th January 1982. Swami very clearly giving education must feed the roots of a faith. Swami is clearly saying that the faith is supposed to be your swasa. If I myself, if I love more than myself, if I love my Swami more than myself, if I forget myself when I see my Swami, if I have so much faith on my Swami, that faith supposed to be my breath, my shwasa. So, meaning always, always I should be filled with my Swami. I should be completely connecting with the Swami. How I am connected without breath, I won't live in this body. In the same way, without Swami, without the faith that Swami, that faith supposed to be my swasa. Swami again saying that faith lives and thrives on love. That love is prana, meaning your prana. Your prana is supposed to be the Swami. We sing bhajans, we pray him, we praise him in many bhajans. All these things, nothing but it we our faith supposed to be the prana. The prana supposed to be, in the way that prana is nothing but Swami. Is my prana supposed to be, I should treat my prana as my Swami. I should live in that love. I should have that complete faith. Swami is again saying prana must charge bhajan or worship with faith. Here, I'm loving Swami more than myself means that prana, that is, so I'm living the prana is nothing but my praneshwara, which is Partishwara. So prana must charge the bhajan and worship with faith. That bhava is supposed to be there. And faith prompts the sweetness in your thoughts, words, and deeds. Swami is giving clear path to us, though it is not an ending session, but just between the last but one. Swami giving clear direction. You must be marked by resolution to stick the Godward path. That is your Uttarayana. Turn the mind towards God. That will keep it strong and sweet. And the last statement Swami is telling very clearly in this talk. When a cow gives a birth to a calf, it is full of dust, dirt, right? That dirt, it will be cleaned up. The cow will clean the dirt completely, whatever the dirt is on that calf. And it helps to make it to stand on her own. It teaches how to run. It gives training, like how a cow gives training. Do the cleaning of that dirt. Likewise, the Gopala, the Sai Gopala, allow you, did not allow you to remain dirty. He will The moment you fulfill, or you can say you completely have a complete faith, you filled with that, with Swami, you completely invite Swami in you, and then Swami will not allow you to remain dirty and handicapped. You ensure that you have a complete faith on God. The Sai Gopala will make sure that the dirt is went out of our minds. Since I have a complete faith, that dirt will go on. I'll be with my Swami, continue my prana, live with Swami, fill with Swami. That is what must secure is from my studies of Vahinis. So the Vahinis, the Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita education must feed the roots of the faith. From that studies, I must be having a complete gain. Then the Sai Gopala definitely will completely clean my mind and keep me completely with Swami and ensure that he is with me, is always with me, and he will never leave me. And he will make sure that I am with him. That's the Vahini Sudhamrita and the Pranas Thathaa Anugamath also. As long as I myself completely, if allow my Swami more than myself, having the complete faith, I will be with my Swami always, and Swami will be with me always. Sai Ram. This is about Pranas Thathaa Anugamath. Of course, the last session from my side on this Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita. Sai Ram. Open for a discussion. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. Please let me know if any questions are.
Sairam, brother.
Sairam.
Sairam. Actually, Swami explained so many things about Tattvamasi. Normally, when in our samiti or wherever we go, somebody will ask, I am Aham Brahmasmi. That means clearly it is understandable that I am Brahma, me Brahma.
Yes.
So many persons are not that much of patience to listen so many things. But if someone asks me, please explain Tattvamasi. So you told that that is knowledge. Tvam is the question generated. It's written in the slides, but in one word or in two sentences. How can I explain that the front person can understand easily?
So it's very clear, Rama. So we discussed this concept in Chandogya Upanishad also, in Tattvamasi. Basically, the one who is doing the sadhana and experiencing Swami and experiencing the Brahman, basically. So the one who is Brahma with Brahma kind of. So the one who do the sadhana and then experience Brahman, he becomes one. There is no non-duality. Tattvamasi is the one becoming one, basically.
Okay.
And that Swami has explained in a different way in this particular discourse. Swami explains Tattvamasi in various manners. Since we discussed in different discourses, this discourse has given some clarity. I am still in Tvam. I am still in I awareness. The Tat is the Brahman, where I'm getting the knowledge. I'm the Brahma Jnana. And with that, I am clearing all my doubts. I am becoming coming out of the illusion, getting the enlightenment. And the moment I get the enlightenment, I am becoming one with the Brahman. That is Tattvamasi.
Clear, Saira. Clear.
Sairam. Sairam brothers.
Sairam brother,
Anybody?
Sairam.
Sairam,
Sairam brother.
sister.
Say,
Yes.
you have told the link between the soul and heart of the man. There are four samhitas in Sikkhavati.
Yeah.
Please explain
Yes.
it again. How the sun is
No.
related to heart of a man.
Okay. See, the heart of man is this. We are talking about the spiritual heart, right? Not the physical heart. So the spiritual heart, which is nothing but the filling with the Swami completely. The spiritual heart is the prana. So the connect with that. So the Samhitas, why I brought up that the Samhitas part, Swami explained in that particular discourse, the Loka Samhita, Vijnana Samhita. So all these completely Swami is explained, but in Loka Samhita, Swami very clearly saying that it is the wind, it is the Vayu, which connects between the three worlds and the earth. That is what Swami, in the Loka Samhita, Swami explained that. So the topic has been brought because the Vayu, which is the one binding between the three worlds, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, which is in us only, the material world. You call it as Panchakoshas, you call it as all these things in this there. But in these three worlds, Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, this material world, or you can say material energy, spiritual energy, and the life force, all three are in us. Make sure that it is you are coming out of that particular connectivity completely. You are attached to the prana, and then prana, nothing but you are attached to the Brahman, and you are becoming the Brahman. So your spiritual heart has connect with Brahman.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Sairam, Sairam. And here also you told about the seven cosmic winds.
That
And we
will,
know that there are five winds in our body.
I'm talking about the cosmic
But
winds, what Swami told about
cosmic winds.
the between the three worlds and the earth, the Vayu which binds, which the five Vayus which is in the body basically, in the
Yes, yes,
human
yes.
body.
Thank you. Sairam, Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam.
But it was written in summer course 1991.
I will upload that one. So it's basically it
Yes,
is
yes,
in the
yes.
May 1974. So 1 minute.
I have that book.
1 minute. I'll just go and then let
No,
me
it was
explain. So
written
no,
in
no, it is 22nd. No, it is not summer course. It is 22nd November 1984.
volume 17. Satisai speaks, sir. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Sairam. Sairam sisters, brothers, any questions? Is this giving the clarity? What is prana and Brahman? The relationship between the analogy between the prana and the Brahman. Were you able to remember all these Upanishads discussions and also able to connect with that one while we are having a discussion? Can anyone remember and explain this?
Sairam,
As
which
you,
discussion, brother? Please tell again.
I'm asking the
I can tell.
question, saying that we discussed various things here, right? All are already discussed in the Upanishad Vahini, also in the
Yes, yes,
In the
yes.
Sutra Vahini. Were you
Yes.
able to connect with that particular topic and then able to remember and then connecting it? As you are
That
all going
particular
to be
topic
a,
related to what?
All the
Sairam, brother.
topics. All the topics, ma. Yes, ma, Srilata.
Yeah, I think you only explained us about the Gayatri Mantra, and it was a very detailed discourse. That time also, this was being touched.
Thank you, thank you. You're also bringing one
Sairam
more
brother, I
topic.
think it's
Yes, ma, you are in mute.
I think
Mamataji.
it is in Satyakama Javala in Chandogya Upanishad.
Yeah, that is one of the concept. I'm just collecting you guys, making sure that you are all able to remember, right? Because we discussed various concepts, and then we are also going. Just now, you might have completed the Upanishad Vahini quizzes and exams also. So I'm just now touching the points. Are you able to remember connecting these dots, sir? Because Sutra Vahini is more like remembering all the Vahinis, ensuring that how you are connected, and then how you connected with Brahman. Each aphorism will remind you the previous Vahinis, what we discussed in detailed manner.
Brother, in
Yes,
Soham
ma'am.
concept also we discussed, you have told us.
In the Dhyana Vahini, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
Thanks.
Saira. In the one pointedness also we discussed about this. In the Ashtanga Yoga also during the Prashant Vahini we discussed it.
Saram, can you one more time? Can you explain that Soham little bit of touching this?
I'm unable to bring that particular topic now. I will definitely come back and then connect with
Sure,
you
sure, sir.
separately
Thank
because
you, sir.
I don't want to give any just as what came into my mind.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, Saram.
I'll ping you on WhatsApp.
Thank you,
We'll connect.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you, Saram.
Sairam, thank you. Or anyone want to provide the inputs on Soham? Most welcome. We will have a Q&A session on 30th January. And during that time, we can have more discussion also. Yes, ma. Aarti Sharma. Please, ma.
Yes, sir. What Swami says is that basically all the time our we are doing Omkaram in the form of our breath itself. If we focus on our breath, so is I and hum is am. So Swami said, Bhagwan said,
Sairam. 1 minute, ma. Sairam Shanti Devi, ma. Can you please go on mute, ma? Yeah.
So Swami says that our own breath, if we focus on that only, and that itself will help us to go deeper and connect with Pranava, which is the basic sound of entire creation. It is the manifested. So it is a meditation in itself. It is connection with Omkaram. It is connection with Brahman, and it is helps us to go deeper and deeper within. So pranayam is saying it lightly, but Swami says just focus on your intake of breath, which is so, and exhalation, which is hum. So it is the essence of everything, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. So that every time we are telling ourselves that only, but our focus is very outward. We are not even concentrating. Oh, is it? And sometimes we breathe short, we are anxious. So I think Bhagwan always says that focus on your own breath. That is the first meditation, sir, and the way to go in. Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam. Thank you. Sairam. Anyone has any questions, man? So, one more thing, this Leela Kaivalya Vahini, we will have the question and answers, mostly in a day or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We will open the Leela Kaivalya Vahini quizzes and exam. Only one quiz, one exam will be there. And then the Sutra Vahini also, we will have it by next week. We will have the Sutra Vahini quiz and exam. One quiz, one exam. So that we can have you people focus on the Siksha portal and complete the quizzes and exams. My request, and also want to see, is everyone must complete the quizzes. Everyone must complete the exam. Since we did not kept any kind of restriction, please do not yes, and please do not avoid the quizzes. The quizzes are there only to do for the manana. So ensure that quizzes are completed and exam is completed. Sairam. Is anybody there still not completed
Sairam, sir.
the Gita Vahini?
Sir, I have not completed. I will complete. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma, but I closed it, Gita Vahini. You
Okay.
can ping me separately, ma.
Okay, sir. Sairam.
Yeah, Sairam.
Sairam, sir, I am not sure if I've completed it and it is closed. So I cannot check. May I also get in touch with you on
I will
this?
send the results, ma.
Yes, please.
Then you
Thank you.
please look into it, the results, and then you can go ahead. Because I want to
Yes.
send the Gita Vahini results and then Upanishad Vahini results.
Yes.
And if anybody not completed the Upanishad Vahini, I want to ensure that you are all completed that.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam brothers, anybody has questions? Narendra
Sir, I
brother.
wanted to
Sairam,
ask
brother.
you, Sairam, sir. I wanted to ask you. I spoke a little about Soham and what my understanding is. Is there anything that you can add to it, or is there any correction in what I said, sir? That will be
Sa-
very helpful because it is more mananan rather than just knowledge. So if you can correct, I would really appreciate. If my
yeah,
understanding is not okay.
Sairam, whatever we discuss now about the prana, right? It is in
Yes.
a nutshell, you have talked about a Soham. If you look into the Soham, whatever you mentioned, each word, we discussed in detail in the Pranas Anugamath.
Yes, sir. So it was okay, whatever I mentioned, sir. That is what I wanted to know. Or was there some lacuna in my understanding?
Your understanding is correct, ma.
Okay, sir.
This is
Thank you.
what I understood. Okay.
Yes, I
Reason
know.
is, so whenever I see one couple of things which we always need to keep in our mind, saying that see, all this learning from Vahini Sudhamrita, from my side, when I am speaking here, when listening, while doing the activities, while going through this preparation of the quizzes and evaluation, everything, the doer is doing it, is making sure that we are doing it. So ensure that we have the connectivity with that doer. So it gives very much joy, understanding, and with that ananda, we will be continuing this with the journey with him.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
So
much.
no question. You are with Swami. Please, Sai Ram.
Sai Ramji.
Sai Ram.
Sairam, brother. I want
Sai
to
Ram.
understand
Yeah.
one of the line in this chapter 11. Can I read it from Sutravaini,
Yes,
page
yes, brother.
68, page 68 of the new book?
Sai Ram. Please tell me, sir.
All right. The second paragraph, it
I
starts.
mean, is this related to the Pranas, Thathaa, Anugamath? Sai Ram.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Oh, 1 minute, brother. I'll also open that
Okay,
so
please.
that I can go ahead.
If you have the new book, it is page 68.
Pranas, Thathaa, Anugamath, right? So I'll
Yes,
go to
yes.
that particular part. I'll switch off my video. Somehow my system is giving some trouble. Let me see in my mobile, brother. It's giving some trouble. So that I can, the reason is I can connect to the context.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, brother. You can put your question, brother.
Right. Maybe asking the question, I am getting the answer myself. So, the second page, it says, on another occasion, Indra instructed, know me alone.
Yeah, we discussed on the in detail, no, brother, in the second slide.
Yes, I think I miss a minute or so that slide. Maybe. In the center, it says one may argue that the entity who has to be meditated upon is either vital air or Indra. For Indra is vital air and vital air is Indra. It cannot be Brahman.
Okay.
It cannot be Brahman.
No,
Is
it's
my
a
question
continuous
only.
discussion, brother. It is not stopped there.
The inference is not correct, right?
Full, the Indra referred. It is not stopped there. It continued. And then at the end, Swami will say, so Brahman alone is denoted by the word used by Indra while instructing Pratardhana.
Yes.
So see the conclusion. So that conclusion basically.
Yes,
so that is very clearly. So Swami is also very clearly mentioned this. So here I just put, if you look into this slide number 4, you can, this is the one, a short span, no, basically the version of the whole paragraph. Subtle meaning of the vital air is Brahman only.
Right. My only request is, can you put this slide on the WhatsApp group as soon as possible, because it has got many concepts and go through. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, thank you, brother. So we almost coming to the end of the session timings. I just want to, brothers, if anybody can, at least one person can talk, because we are all going to conclude the Vahini Sudhamrita. I don't know how you felt, because it is a 3 years course. In 2023 we started. 26 we are concluding. In few weeks, you are all going to be the alumni of Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita. The first batch which is getting graduated in Sri Satya Sai Vahinis. I don't, and you're all part of that. Please let me know. Anybody want to provide your reports before concluding this session? Yes, Sister Aarti.
Sairam sir, it has been simply amazing because you all opened up a world which we had not even looked into, in the sense that by explaining Swami's Vahinis, it was different just reading the Vahini and different listening to all the concepts and then answering all our questions, sir. That has been very amazing. But the way you have the connectivity, that this concept we did it from this Vahini, sir, that kind of depth is and that kind. So I think there is a lot of inner work as well as to read repeatedly and do sadhana that is still needed on my part, sir. You all have been you know absolutely perfect in bringing Swami's message in the truest possible way to us. But I think, and I speak only for myself, I think a little bit more sadhana and a little more reading, repeated reading, sir, is required to fully absorb everything that you shared with us. So,
Sairam,
very
Sairam.
deeply grateful to each one of you for that high level of commitment to come, to explain, to set the quizzes for us, to have a graduation year after year in such a grand way. Sir, deep gratitude, sir. Swami's blessings indeed. So, I would like to say a big, big thank you and Sairam, sir.
Sairam,
So,
Sairam. Thanks
thank
to
you.
Swami Ma very clearly.
Yes, sir.
That is, he is the doer. He has done this like how we discussed about the Hiranyagarbha, right?
Yes.
I'll share my experience today. The first Vahiniyam, the title called Vahiniyam. In this way, it has been started in 2019 in the Samiti which I stayed back. I am the Samiti which I connected. We started with name called Vahiniyam titled. And Swami gave an opportunity to start the Vahini Swadhyaya in Bangalore, South Bangalore. And it is started on April 4th, 2020. And the Swadhyaya completed in 6 years in 2025. 2020 April it started, 2025 December it is completed. All the 6 years went through each and every chapter of Vahinis. While going through that itself, we have that nectar is made us so much of love towards Swami, and then personally, as Mahindra experienced very clearly how Swami is stood with me in dealing many things in one particular year. See, when my mother is on bedridden, going through the cancer, well, we are doing service to her. And the Vahini Swadhyaya is going on in South Bangalore. There is allocations, taking care of their moderation. 100 million contract is getting in my company. I'm the responsible person for that, making that TCV value of 100 millions. And the fourth activity, which I was constructing my own home, the new home, and that is what's going on. Apart from that, Vahini Sudhamrita has been started in 2023. And that initiation of all the languages, setting up the Siksha portal and all those things is happening. All together is happening. Everywhere people are happy and giving the positive feedback. Is it a person? Is it possible to one person? Definitely not. Is it possible to get a positive response from everyone in every activity? Definitely not. It is the one who stood with me and taken care of all these 5 activities at happening in parallel and completed with at least completed with a satisfactory result. He has taken care of my mom. He has taken care of my house construction. He has taken care of the Vahini Swadhyaya. He has taken care of Vahini Sudhamrita. He has taken care of the 100 million contract also successfully. In all these things, the result came positive. It's only because the name called Vahini. I connect with Swami, connect with his scriptures, connect with his messages. Nothing will happen because of that. No, it is not a human. It is the one who stood with this prana, that Brahman only is stood and then made it as completed. Sairam. Just want to share my experience. Vahinis, how it brought and given value add to my life. Thank you everyone for joining today's discussion. Hopefully, we will be discussing on more on the administrative part going forward. You might be getting a project work. We will provide the project work guidelines also, how to develop the project, what to be done in that project within next February and March months. We will come up with the project guidelines document. It will be a simple but more profound from each and every point of view. We will come up with that updates in the 30th January question and answer session. Thank you very much for giving the support, for understanding me as an administrator and making sure that you are all connected with Vahinis and all these 3 years. My humble salutations to everyone, to Swami. Thank you, Swami. We will conclude the session.
Yes.
Sai
Deeply touched by your sharing, sir. Very, very, very beautiful. Yes, every breath when we remember Swami, he is there with us.
Sai Thank you. Sairam, we will conclude the session with the Samasta Sloka Sukhino Bhavantu and Jaykar to Swami. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Sairam.
Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam.
कौन सा उसमें वो लगा